Welcome to today's show. And here with me today I have
Princess, good morning,
Good morning,
guys.
Princess. How are you?
I'm fine.
You're looking so simple this morning.
Thank
Is
you.
it the courtesy of um of you finishing your exams?
Maybe an excitement of going home. I don't want
Excitement
stress.
of going home.
Yeah.
But you're still coming back now if you wish.
Okay.
Eh? Okay, so how's it been? How's everything?
It's been fine. So, guys, welcome to another edition of Talk.
Alright, so just as you already know, this is a talk station where we talk on issues, activities, stuffs. And the essence is to help us find a pathway to be able to face life more bold and courageously. And today we're going to be discussing something that something that probably some of you might have been going through. You probably may know someone currently dealing with the same thing, or you may have a roommate that is caught up in that kind of thing. So a lady was asking herself, "Do I marry him because he trained me in school?" Yeah, so that's the question people are asking that kind of question. And you see this lady, this particular lady asking her, well, I'm now done with my education, I'm not, with my studies. Do I marry this guy?
No
Because
longer my spec.
do I marry this guy because training in school? So we're going to be having a conversation around that area. Whether or not you should marry the guy, what you should consider, what you shouldn't have done or should have done, stuff like that. So, Princess, I'm going to ask you my number one question. That question is, should a lady marry a guy out of obligation, or out of sympathy, or out of love for the person?
Okay. Um, for me, a lady should actually get married to a guy out of love and not pity or sympathy, because marriage is not meant to be for pity. In a situation where you end up getting married to somebody out of pity or sympathy, it's actually not going to end well.
Okay, so that means a lady should marry somebody out of commitment,
Yeah.
because love for me is commitment actually. Out of commitment that both parties have for each other, regardless of the fact whether or not he is the one that trained her in school or not.
Okay, what we are actually talking about is a guy training or seeing a lady through school, and at the end of the day, she turns him down. And in this situation where she she's contemplating whether to get married to him out of sorry, what was the
Obligation,
question?
out of obligation, like
Yeah.
I owe him something, or I should just marry him because I love him.
No, no. It's a no for me.
So it shouldn't be out of obligation.
Yeah.
So she should not, whether or not the guy trains her in school, marry the guy because you have trained me in school, and because of that, you should lay claim to my love.
I don't think it should be like
Okay, so we have just answered this one this way. We still have other questions that would address some other things I am being tempted not to say now.
that. All right.
Okay, so my next question is what are the potential long-term effects on one's relationship if financial dependency supersedes emotional attachment? Some people, they know very well that I don't love this guy, but because of the money,
What they start to do.
what you stand to gain, you just pretend as though you love him. Then you keep quiet, and you may even carry it over from that place into marriage. So we're looking at what are the long-term um, effect that happens when a lady, goes into stuff like because of financial dependency and not because of emotional attachment to the person.
As I said earlier, such relationships or marriages don't end well. So some of the long term effects are along the because marriage is not actually something you just jump into and run
Come out
out
tomorrow.
of. Yes, along the line there will be misunderstanding, a lot of fights, and at the end of the day, they will just end up breaking up, ending everything. Yeah, and lack of communication, the lady will start looking out, you know,
And that one is very rampant to these days.
you
People are
know,
cheating, wanting no good.
infidelity sets in. Just
Oh,
you know,
okay. So there are just barrage of effect that this thing, and it will even make you to raise a sad home,
Mm-hmm.
raise
Yeah,
a sad home. And funny enough, there may actually be no fire between you guys, no communication.
that's
You're just there as you now. You they provide money, yeah, they chop money. But now I think I
there is
get my
no
own money too.
happiness,
Sha. No
no
happiness
joy.
and no joy and all of those
Yeah,
things. So
no
it
stuff like
should
that.
transcend beyond financial dependence. That means ladies sometimes should also be real to themselves.
Okay, when you say being real, what do
Being
you
real
mean?
in the sense that you don't have to pretend that you love this guy
Yeah.
while getting his financial support.
Yeah,
You
because
should be able to be open and let him know that
I
okay,
always tell ladies, including myself, if you do like somebody and you're just following the person for what is that again, I just think it's better you just cut off that relationship.
um, a lady should be able to stand up, even though we know you needed the money actually. But you should be able to trust yourself that I can actually be able to generate some kind of money
This
that will
falls
help
back on our last
discussion
discussion of
about
financial
stability.
stability. Yeah.
Okay, okay, so
In that situation where you don't have any source of income and the guy volunteers to see you through school and you know you don't love this guy, you just want the help. I just think it's better for the guy to communicate his intentions so that if you want to go ahead with it, you go ahead with it. Like you tell you, okay, after seeing you through school, I'll marry you. So that you just have it in mind.
okay.
Then if you're not comfortable with it, you can actually just say no, I don't want this, and you just back out and find a way to train yourself, or better still, learn a skill. You know?
Okay. So um um it will be helpful if the guy communicates his intention and the
Yes.
girl also lets her true feeling out. Like, okay, you know what? Thank you for what you are doing, but if it is because of this,
Yeah.
I don't
If she's
think
not
I will be able
interested,
to. I'll be able to.
instead of just going into everything at the end of the day, hurting someone's feelings.
Okay, all right. We move on to the next question. By the way, Becky is not here today. She's fine. She's not here with us today, but because she's always here. All right, let's go to the next question. It says, "Can we say it's true that a lady does not really know?" That people can actually do that.
Ah,
You don't see things now.
I've seen this.
People can actually do that. So that a lady does not really know the motive behind the financial support she receives from a man not closely related to her, even though she obviously needed the money at the time.
See, I think for a guy to go as far as training you in school, there must be something that you guys have in common, either a relationship or an intense marriage. And for the lady, she should know. She should know because
There's nothing like she should know. She knows.
okay,
See,
she
let me
knows.
give you an
Because there are
another.
some people that pretend not to know.
That's where the trickiness comes in, where we say people are proven to be smart.
Okay, for somebody that is not your father,
He's not
it's
your
not your
brother.
brother or your uncle, it's training you in school. And for you to even train you in school, there must be something that you guys have in common and you're saying, no now.
So it is the duty of the lady to ask.
Okay, even
This
if
thing I get for
even,
what reason?
yes, even if she's not sure, she should ask. But that's why communication is important. The guy should come and make his intentions clear, and the lady, even if she's not sure, she should ask questions instead of just diving into the thing for the moment.
So
Then
there is nothing like maybe a lady does not know the
I
true
they
motive
know,
behind.
please.
So
No.
they actually know.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so please, let me tell you a little story. There's a video I watched online. This guy, he was a mechanic. Then
Okay.
the lady obviously was a banker. Um, I will not call her. I think she's a woman now.
Okay.
So the guy saw her through school for 5 years, and in fact, the family knows the guy, and he was working as he was repairing vehicles and all of those things to train the girl. Then the moment they were done, the girl graduated. He was happy, like, oh my goodness, my woman is, stuff like that. Then the girl now told him, "We are not on the same class.
Ah,
I can't,
the highest level
I
of
can't,
heartbreak.
I can't marry you." The guy was devastated. He tried several times to, get involved in the family. The father of the girl locked him up, warned him never to come close to the daughter again. That the daughter is now on a flight mode. The guy now went ahead, married someone else, obviously who did not go to school. And as at the time we were watching the video, the guy already has 3 kids. The lady, she said, any guy that comes to marry her, on the day of their marriage, she will
Why?
on her dress. It has happened repeatedly. So her mom took her to places. They told her that she offended
Guy.
one guy. So she came to the guy's workshop with an influencer. The idea was, okay, yeah, let us video the whole thing so that if the guy knows that people are watching us actually, he may try to calm down. And so they were trying to do the video. The guy was furious, he was mad, he was everywhere. He was just like, Shibi, you say you're a big woman. You can't be doing your big woman. Me, I'm here. I'm here. Did I do you anything? The guy said, I've gone to many places. Say you are owing me. The guy now, sorry that I'm laughing, please. It's not an experience for somebody to see. The guy was not like, you are coming to meet my map, you are coming with a dry gin. You do not even say you should come with other things. You are coming with a dry gin. So, in this particular thing now, there's nothing the girl could hold on to. Because the guy was obviously denying that I did not do anything. Go and marry your rich friends. The girl was not like, you are married already, release me, let me go, and all of those stuff. So this kind of thing came in because of somebody trying to claim that she's mad. Now I'm not making a case for the guy, neither am I making a case for the girl. But I think we can actually avoid stuff like that. Even when you say you do not know, and this person has done this thing once, twice, repeatedly, you should be able to find out. This one you are doing is not like you owe me. So what is the motive behind this thing? Then the guy may not tell you, now you're a lady, you don't suffer, and all of those things. There's no the guy will answer you, be like, okay, you keep pressing until he tells you, you shouldn't be asking
I
me
think
this
the
thing.
guy should just be free to tell you.
Yes.
And
So
in this situation where the guy trained the girl and she says he's not her class again. You know, when somebody goes to a school environment, the person is exposed to.
now, if I am helping you because I just want to see you become better, whether or not you become my wife, I think it will help me
Yes.
as a guy.
Okay. And what I wanted to say is that okay, I was actually saying something that how sure is the guy that okay, she went to school, she's not exposed because you see a lot of people, she'll hear a lot of people speak, she'll see the way they behave.
You know, it's alright. It's alright.
Some of the mistakes men make, they just train you in school like that. Okay. But I think before a guy should actually train a lady with if he has the intentions of getting married to her to avoid stories that touch the heart. I think the best thing is just to get married to the lady
First.
and be in high school.
Oh, a lady is saying this one.
But
You know, some people don't like that kind of
wait,
idea.
okay, then she can back out.
Okay.
See as that.
Okay.
But
You also know that there's also situations where a girl can actually love this guy before she gets admission.
yes, feelings change, people change.
Okay.
I know that. That's why I say the guy should also make his intentions clear.
Of
Because
course,
there are some guys that don't make their intentions clear, and when the lady just loses feelings like that, everything just keep going on and going on. At the end of the day, it will actually make sense.
And there are some cases, where some people try to mortgage your life. Reason being that they're trained in school. And when that kind of situation happens, you will see something like rebellion on the part of the person you are trying to constrain his life. I've heard stories. I've seen situations where a guy can actually stand up and say, after I trained you, who are you before I made you? Stuff like that. So some ladies may also be scared of stuff like that. Maybe I might have been seeing signs that he will always get intimidated because of
Yeah, of course.
maybe whatever I am. Then that intimidation will now turn to frustration. You just use statements like, after all, I was one that trained you in school and all of those things. So because of that, maybe somebody will now be okay. For me to avoid this kind of thing, it's better I just tell him we are not on the same class. But I advocate for wisdom on the part of the guy and on the part of the lady. There are better ways to handle things. Like, thank God God has used me to train you in school, but that is not a reason for me to lay claim on your life.
That's why I say them. Sometimes if you just want to help somebody, it shouldn't be. It must not. If you just want to help somebody genuinely because you love this person, it must not be attached to marriage because it's actually not.
Or even to anything.
It's not. Yes, it's must.
Except maybe seeing the person just
It's
become
not.
someone that's
Yes, it's not
be
all
better off together.
relationships that
That leads to
actually
marriage.
lead to marriage. So in that situation, maybe you're just helping this person because you love her and you want to see her successful tomorrow.
Yeah, so in as much as guys help ladies, we should not also try to make it seem as though there can never become anything without our presence. Because once you do that, you are giving a wrong impression to other ladies that okay, these guys, this is how they think. So let us just break their hearts. Then also ladies, you should not also see the trend of this trying to prove as though you are smart and creative with crafting ways of exploitation. Then at the end, now dump the person. It should not also become your life because the truth is, at the last, you will reap what you sow.
Yeah, you don't know
One way
people's
or the other.
intentions. You don't know because you just end up cutting. And this person is a human being with emotions and feelings.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's go to the next question. Are we set for it? Okay. Next question says, is it healthy for a man to assume marriage while providing a little financial support through her academic pursuits, or should he make his intention known from the beginning?
I said it earlier, and there was something I was about to say. When I remember it, I'll say it. I said it earlier. Helping somebody doesn't necessarily mean marriage or you must gain back something. You can help somebody with your intentions, your just for the love you have for that person. But if you actually want to train this person, you want your wife to be educated, you want your wife to be exposed, and you just be like, I love this girl, I want to train her in school because I want her to be educated and I want to get married to her. It's better you just tell the girl, see, babe, I want to train you in school so that at the end of the day, you just get married. Then if the girl is not comfortable with it, she can just get. But there's still some girls that if after making your intentions clear, they know
They'll
that
say no
okay,
problem.
I don't want this thing, but I just want to eat his money. I just want to use this opportunity very well. Try to play smart, and I won't really blame ladies because when a lady goes to school and sees a lot of things and come out, she wants a better something for herself now. Because okay, no lady will actually like to get married to an illiterate man. That's so that's why I say from the onset, if a lady is not interested or if a lady sees that okay, I can't actually get married to this man from the onset, she should just
So there should be a way for the both parties to know what they want.
yes.
And nobody should try to fool the other.
Yes.
But humans are very deceptive.
Yeah, there are still ladies that take advantage of this. They will utilize that opportunity, and even after knowing that okay, your intentions are to marry them, okay, they'll go to school and graduate. Then when you start talking about marriage to them, you know their class.
The thing is, even as a guy, I don't think it is possible for you to sponsor a lady all throughout university for 4 years or 5 years without noticing the difference in her.
People pretend.
No matter how somebody can pretend, she can give herself away without knowing.
Oh, Okay, but
Except maybe your own is just you call her, hello, Nne, how far? Are you there? Okay, I'm sending you 3,000 now. Then you transfer, and that ends it. Because there are appetizers that make a relationship stable. There are little things that happen in between that give you the assurance that okay, this person have my interest at heart. This lady has my interest at heart. No matter how somebody tries to pretend.
no.
I know ladies
I
can be very crafty,
I'm
and they can be
saying
very mean.
I'm
Some ladies,
disagreeing
not all
with it
ladies.
because I've seen it. Lot of even people that are close to me, they'll be like, "Yeah, I just want to follow this guy." The way they pretend, no,
Okay,
now
okay,
people
okay.
pretend. That's how I knew that people can actually pretend to be what they are not.
Do you know what is relationship?
I do.
See, there is connection. There is connection that comes with it. And once there is an alteration, you will know. Except you are just,
Okay.
except you are just,
What if in this situation you just be like thinking because there are some relationships that actually if the lady is in school, the guy will just be like she'll be giving some excuses like I'm attending lectures, I'm busy because of this, I'm busy because of that, stuff like that, and the guy will just be like, okay. let me
okay,
give
okay,
let me
okay.
give her
Now
space.
you can compare that and maybe to her early days on campus. Was she like this when she newly got to the even because we know very well that year one is one of the most stressful days on campus.
Okay.
We know very well that year one. Forget all these things we're trying to pretend 200 levels. This we know 200 levels is also hard.
School
But
is
year one
actually stress.
because in year one you're not doing your departmental course alone. You have borrowed courses everywhere. So you go to this hall, you go to this one, you go to at the end of the day you'll be going back home 6 p.m. And you cannot tell me that this will be a constant life that somebody lives from year one to 400 level. It's a lie. So you can compare the both. And as you guys
Somebody
see,
that's actually not seen the four walls of the
okay, maybe that. And also, I'm not a lady though. I'm not a lady. So I know people can be very mean and crafty in those areas. But I want to say something. It's actually a gamble for someone that does not have any intentions of going to the university to see that it is my obligation to train a lady
There was
in campus
something
because I want to marry her.
they,
If you are training her because you want to help her, it's different.
yeah, there was something one of my friends said. Instead of this guy to train his sisters, okay, it's also possible that his sisters are educated, but I think he should train himself because the bitter truth is that unless some ladies, but a lot of ladies would like to actually end up with an illiterate man in um situations where in public you see other people's husbands or men speaking and then your man can actually speak properly. I mean, it's
Well,
a shame. I don't mean to use that word. But I think you should also develop yourself in the course of training this girl because you want to marry her. Because one thing I can tell you,
it's a gamble.
people change. You've seen guys that couldn't actually further their education because maybe one thing or the other happened, their
They are way
parents died.
And they are way ahead. I've seen
Their
people, I've seen all
parents died.
those
Okay, in terms of financial stability, they are
they are
ahead.
ahead. And
But
in
in
terms
terms
of
of
communication, some of them are ahead.
education, they are just there. Maybe they are fighting to train their siblings and they want an educated wife.
Okay.
I've seen people like that.
Yes.
So
I've seen people like that.
in a
But
situation
I'll
like
just-
that,
I'll
if
just
that man,
advise-
if that man wants an educated wife, and this girl comes and she doesn't have money and he's training her in school, that kind of man, knowing fully well that he's not educated, should make his intentions clear to the lady.
Okay, make your intentions clear to the lady. Now, if at the end of the day the lady now goes against that intention,
This is where this is where I don't support ladies.
some people can actually eat some things that at the end of the day becomes a hook that holds them forever. And funny enough, when these things are happening, they get advice from like people that think like them also. They tell them, baby girl, don't mind that thing, just fashion that guy. You don't see the you don't see the girl act as though, oh, I am the wisest among the living. But why is the among the living? So I really think, in as much as we know you need help, you may also want to justify yourself. Of course, he knows I need help. He knows I need the money. Obviously, you should not blind your eyes as to your happiness. Okay, you know that you're not happy. Even staying with the guy irritates you.
That's why you
It
should
irritates you, but because of the money, you just try to just
try.
codedly. I really think, in as much as you feel like you need the money, you should not allow the the necessity of the money in your life to blind your eyes. Because once that happens, you are setting a trajectory that will not only affect you but affect your generation of born.
Yeah, that's true.
No matter how we try to, we may say we're in an advanced, civilized world. See, there is what's called love karma. Every man that have been opportune to see the end of his life, what they are always thankful for are the lives they touched. The lives they touched, the destinies that they helped, they transformed. You will not see that at this stage now, nobody's even thinking about how he was smart to do one person, how he was smart to do this one. You are just thinking about the destinies you touched, the souls you touched. Now, that also goes to the part of the guy. If a guy is helping out ladies and guys alike, not because of marriage per se, you would see that somehow you are just fulfilled, that through you, many destinies